Hey first graders, it's time for lesson 4 of mission 1. This is what we do for Zearn. We do our small group lesson or classroom lesson. This video takes place of that, and then you do your digital lesson. You log into Zearn and you do the lesson that matches with whatever classroom lesson you did. The person who does the work is the only one who is learning. Virtual learning norms. I think we've got the hang of this by now. You need to make sure your device is charged or plugged in. Find a place that's quiet with little distraction. Have some writing tools. Check for exit tickets. Ask for help. You have our contact information, and you can call me during the day. And if you need help at home, you could ask an older brother or sister, parent or grandparent. Please never hesitate to ask for help. Our classroom lesson is divided into 5 parts: fluency, word problem, concept development, debrief, and exit ticket. So here we go, grade 1, mission 1, lesson 4. And as you know, each lesson has an objective. I can represent put together situations with number bonds. That's the first part of the objective. The second part is I can count on from one embedded number or part to totals of 6 and 7 and generate all addition expressions for each total. And here I've turned things that might be a little hard to understand, I've turned them blue. So put together situations just simply means made up stories. Generate means to make. And if you didn't know, addition expressions are just things like 1 plus 1, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 3. Those are just examples. So I can represent made up stories with number bonds. That sounds pretty simple. The second part is I can count on from one embedded number or part to totals of 6 and 7 and make all addition expressions for each total. That sounds pretty easy too. So that's what we're going to do today. First is our fluency exercise. Here you can see our Reckon Rec is pulled out. We're going to start with 10 and count by ones. So we already have 10 beats pushed to the side, and we're going to go from there. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And we're going to stop there. And we're going to count backwards back down to 10. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, and 10. Now we're going to count using the say 10 way. When you say 10, you're going to say 10 and a number, and those two numbers together make the number that you're trying to say. So for example, 10-1 is 11, 10-2 is 12, 10-3 is 13, 10-4 is 14, 10-5 is 15. You got the hang of it? So we go 10-6, 10-7, 10-8, 10-9, and 2-10. Do you know what 2-10 stands for? 2-10 stands for 20 because 20 is made up of 2 10s. So we're at 20 and we're going to go back down to 10, the say 10 way. 10-9, 10-8, 10-7, 10-6, 10-5, 10-4, 10-3, 10-2, 10, 1, and 10. Okay, here is today's word problem. Today's word problem is quite lengthy, so I've divided it into 3 sections. So if you see that hand right there with the pencil, that means you might need you probably need to get a writing tool because it'll help you understand what's going on in this word problem. Do you see those letters R, D, W? Do you remember what they stand for? Read, draw, write. You are correct. Every word problem is going to require that we read, draw, write. So we're going to go ahead and read the first part of this word problem. Our class had 4 pumpkins. On Monday, Marta brought 1 more pumpkin. How many pumpkins did our class have on Monday? So you see the cloud with the words. It says numbers, keywords, and units. Did you hear any numbers? I heard 4 and 1. Did you hear any keywords? I heard the word more, which tells me we're probably going to add. Do you know what our units are? What are we working with? Right, we're working with pumpkins. So we're going to highlight all of those things to help us solve this word problem. Next, we're going to draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. That represents the 4 pumpkins that the class started with. And here is an important part of word problems. When you draw, it is so very important to label your drawing. So we've labeled these 4 pumpkins as what the class had to begin with. Now we're going to draw what happened on Monday. We're going to put a divider and we're going to add 1 more and label it as a big M because that stands for Monday. So in this picture, we can clearly see what's happening. The class started with 4 and Marta brought 1 more pumpkin on Monday. So we're going to move to the second section of the word problem. On Tuesday, Beto brought 1 more pumpkin. How many pumpkins did our class have on Tuesday? Do you see numbers, keywords, units? I heard the number 1. I heard the keyword more. And I heard the units that we've been working with, pumpkin. So we're going to highlight those things. And next, we're going to add to our drawing to show what happened on Tuesday. We're going to put a divider. We're going to draw that 1 more pumpkin. And we're going to label it with a big T. That stands for Tuesday. That was the second part of the problem. So now we're going to look at the third part. Then on Wednesday, Shay brought 1 more pumpkin. How many pumpkins did our class have on Wednesday? So in that little part of the word problem, I heard a number, a keyword, and I heard the unit. So we're going to color code those. And we're going to add to our drawing. Put another divider up, draw 1 more pumpkin, and we're going to label it with a capital W, and that stands for Wednesday. So we have completed our drawing. It is time to start finding out how to answer all these questions. How many pumpkins did our class have on Monday? So I drew a line connecting what the class started with and what was brought Monday. And I'm going to try to build a number sentence. 4 plus 1 equals 5. So the class had 5 pumpkins after Monday, at the close of Monday. Next, the question is, how many pumpkins did our class have on Tuesday? Okay, so we're going to take that total from Monday and we're going to add one more. 5 plus 1 equals 6. So that's how many pumpkins we had on Tuesday. Now, how many pumpkins did our class have on Wednesday? We're going to take that total from Tuesday and add one more. 6 plus 1 equals 7. So we have our 3 number sentences explaining what happened each day. What do you notice about what happened each day? The numbers go up. Monday, the total was 5. Tuesday, the total was 6. And Wednesday, the total was 7. So what does our statement need to say? We had 3 different questions, so I felt like I needed to write 3 different statements. The first question was, how many pumpkins did our class have on Monday? Our class had 5 pumpkins on Monday. How many pumpkins did our class have on Tuesday? Our class had 6 pumpkins on Tuesday. And the final question was, how many pumpkins did our class have on Wednesday? Our class had 7 pumpkins on Wednesday. Here is our chart of our keywords that tell us to add. We didn't add any words today because the word that we heard is already on the chart. We heard the word more, and that's the first word on the chart. So there's nothing to add. We're just going to review that keywords for addition are more, in all, and all together. Are you ready for a brain break? Three, two, one. Okay, we are ready to learn. This is our concept development. How many students do you see? Right, there are 6 students. How many boys are there? Right, there are 2. How many girls are there? Right, there are 4 girls. What would be a good strategy to count how many students there are altogether? Counting on. Point with me to keep track as we count on from 4. 4, 5, 6. What parts did we put together to make 6? 4 and 2. Let's write those parts in a number sentence. 6 equals 4 plus 2. Do you see something different about that number sentence? I do. The total is at the beginning. What would the number sentence look like if we moved the boys to the left and the girls to the right? 6 equals 2 plus 4. Let's group them a different way. Do you see how many students have on purple shirts? Right, we're going to ask them to stand together. What parts make up 6 now? 3 and 3. Let's write those parts in a number sentence. 6 equals 3 plus 3. Let's group them a different way. Do you see how many students have on blue jeans? Right. What parts make up 6 now? 5 and 1. Let's write those parts in a number sentence. 6 equals 5 plus 1. Last one. How many students do you see? Right, that's the number we started with 6. How many tigers do you see? Well, hopefully you see 0. What parts make up 6 now? 6 and 0, because there are 0 tigers. Let's write those parts in a number sentence. 6 equals 6 plus 0. When we add 0, we add nothing to the other part. This is another way to make 6. 6 equals 6 plus 0. We are already at our debrief. Here are all the decompositions of 6. That means ways that we make up 6 or ways that we break down 6. You see the expressions are 5 plus 1, 4 plus 2, and 3 plus 3. What do you notice about the two parts in the expressions that make 6 as we look at them in order from left to right? You notice something about these numbers? Yeah, they're going down. The first number in the expression is going down. 5, 4, 3. Look at the second number in the expression. It's going up. 1, 2, and 3. So what's the difference? What's the difference between 4 plus 2 and 4 plus 2 equals 6? Right, an expression doesn't have the total. A number sentence has the total. That's the difference. That's very simple. I can represent put together situations with number bonds, or I can represent made up stories with number bonds. Did we accomplish that today? Yes, I think we did. The second part of the objective was I can count on from one embedded number or part to totals of 6 and 7 and make all addition expressions for each total. We did that for 6 today. We thought of all the addition expressions that make up 6. Way to go, green check. Great work today. Head on over and do your exit ticket. Bye.